Once there was a little town called Spurned. It was back behind the main highway that connected two big cities in one small state. Years before, the town had had coal mines, but those had shut down a long time ago. And the people left were fewer, and the jobs that remained were fewer and lower paying. There were big houses in this town that spoke of its former glory, but increasingly they were worn down, ramshackle testaments to a bygone era. For years, the town had had the biggest Easter egg hunt in the state. It was covered by national press, and the kids in town looked forward to it the entire year. With ever shrinking resources over the years, the hunt got smaller and smaller until the press stopped coming. And then last year, Easter came and went without any Easter egg hunt at all.
Mr. Sueño had grown up in Spurned. He had been the branch manager of the local bank for as long as anyone could remember. In that capacity, he watched the clientele shrink and the savings accounts grow smaller. But what bothered him the most was the sense of hopelessness among the young people. They'd begun to believe, because the world seemed to pay little attention to them, that they weren't worth paying much attention to. Mr. Sueño knew what it was like to feel special, and for him, so much of that was tied up in the childhood memories, like that of the annual Spurned Easter egg hunt. So, Mr. Sueño decided to do something about the despair that concerned him. He did the only thing he could think of. He planned an egg hunt.
For most of the year, he filled plastic eggs with little toys and stickers. He drove 50 miles to the big city to pick up large boxes of chocolate eggs that arrived, fetching them there so no one at the post office in Spurned would guess what was up. He even stitched a big bunny costume that completely covered his face so no one would know it was him. And on the night of Easter Saturday, he went out into the field in front of Town Hall, where he'd always gone as a child for the big hunt, and he decorated from late at night until just before dawn. When the people of Spurned woke that Easter morning, they found on the front cover of their paper a picture of Mr. Sueño in his bunny costume. He'd sent it to the editor the day before, along with a note, and both appeared under the title, "Easter Bunny Returns to Spurned." The note was reprinted in full, along with the bunny paw that appeared at the end. It read,
"Dear gorgeous children of Spurned, please forgive me my absence last year. You see, I've been busy in places where there was great need, and I knew that you could spare me for a while, but now I'm back. I'm coming to you again to show you my love for you and to remind you that you're all very special kids. Someday you will put Spurned back on the map as a place of hope and prosperity. So study hard and pay attention to what it is that you are meant to bring to my favorite town, how you're meant to bring it back to life. See you next year, the Easter Bunny."
The kids and their parents rushed down to the town square, and those parents who remembered the Easters from their childhoods held the children at bay until 10 a.m. when the fire department blew its whistle, as it always had on that day. And the fun began. It was the best Easter the children of the town remembered ever having, and they remembered and marveled at the letter the bunny had sent. It had said they were special, they recalled. It had said they were the future of their town's prosperity, its hope. They mattered, it said.
Each year thereafter, late Easter Saturday night, the bunny, with some of his newfound helpers, laid a store of eggs for the children to find. And each year the paper printed his picture and a letter telling the kids some other aspect of how it was that they were important and special. So the children of that town grew up looking for their way to make a difference, believing it was their destiny. In time, they went away to the big cities for college or trade school, and in time, they returned, starting businesses, bringing innovation, restoring those old homes, endowing art centers, making sure everyone had a living wage, and all the children of that town grew up feeling as special and as destined for greatness. And the town came to life each and every Easter. It was memorable, perhaps the most cherished memory every generation of children in Spurn had.
So one year, the town decided to rename itself. It was not coincidentally the same year that Mr. Swainyo retired from the bank. In fact, the town moved that it be renamed in his honor because he symbolized so much of what was good about the place, and its citizens agreed. Thereafter, they called themselves Swainyo, which in Spanish means dream.